Good evening, Brian. It's Monday, and it's actually our first vlog of 2017. Woo! Happy New Year! Yay! Yes, I don't know if you heard that, but Lulu just screamed too in the living room because apparently she can hear me. Anyway, so yes, it is 2017. Happy New Year, Brian. It's crazy that it's already 2017. I feel like the tail end of 2016 really flew by, and it just went by before I expected it or knew it, and now it's already 2017. And this, I think, is going to be a pretty neat year in some pretty important ways. This is the year, Brian, that you turn 20. 20 years old. You'll be 20 years old this year. That's crazy. That's significant. I definitely, obviously, remember when you were born. I remember when you were a young toddler whippersnapper. But it's just weird to think that my little brother is gonna be 20 years old this year. You're gonna start your third decade of life, and that's just crazy. 20 is it's a big deal. For some reason, even though it's as much older than 19 as 19 was from 18, the fact that you're into the next set of numbers, that you've started the 20s, it just seems monumental and significant. And the fact that you turn 20 this year is really crazy, and I still can't quite wrap my head around it, but luckily I've still got about 11 and a half months before I have to get used to it. Speaking of birthdays, I will turn 26 this year. 26, that's weird. Sometimes I still forget that I'm 25, and people ask me how old I am, and I'm like, I'm 25. I am 25 now, and that's kind of weird. And 26 is another number on top of that, so that'll be kind of weird this year. It's 2017. There's probably other cool things that are happening as far as other big events throughout the year. One kind of important one that I don't know if you really heard about is the fact that I'm getting married in 2017. In fact, in 13 days from now, which is that's crazy. I can't quite get my head around all of that either. I can't believe it's already here. We've been engaged for 2 years, and it feels like the last bit has flown by, and I can't believe it's already coming to an end, and we're going to be married in less than 2 weeks now. So that's probably going to be the coolest part of 2017 that I can think of. But it's just interesting. It's interesting how, whenever the calendar year turns over, we always feel like it's a time to be introspective and a time to reflect on things and a time to look forward to new things starting, and people make resolutions and people do things like I've done the last half of this video where they reflect on the past year and look forward to events that are going to happen in the next year. But really, when you get to think about it, Brian, January 1st is an arbitrary date to start the new year on. Really, a year just measures how long it takes the Earth to move around the sun and get back to roughly the same spot it was in before. And you could have picked any of those spots to start the year on. But really, a year is not a linear thing. There's really no start and end in that sense. It's really just we, use an arbitrary position in that revolution to mark, okay, this is the beginning of one count, and now we've finished the count. So there's really nothing inherently important or sentimental or magical or magnificent or exciting about January 1st. It just happens to be when it is, and that's that. And yet still, I think that sometimes we do benefit from being able to take brief pauses for introspection and for reflecting on the things that have happened in the past that we haven't liked, and planning for how to make things better in the future. And I think that kind of reflection has merit. So even if it takes an arbitrary random date for us to do that, I still think it's important that we get those things done. So I'm not going to ask for specific resolutions, Brian, but what are some things that you hope to get better at, or things that you hope to improve on this year? I've got a couple myself, but I'm running out of time in this video, so it'll have to wait, but I look forward to hearing your responses. And again, happy Monday, happy New Year, and happy 2017, Brian. I'll see you tomorrow.